Yo, what's good? It's Mastermind MMA, and this video is the direct continuation of my last one from talking about fucking JDS and Francis. So, Stipe Cain, they said that they're targeting that for fucking early summer and late fall, or no, late summer, early fall. And what do I think about that? Fucking all right, man. So Fabricio Verdum, in my opinion, should be getting the next title shot. But like, all right, so when you think about it, Fabricio Verdum, well, now it really depends on what happens against Overeem in the trilogy bout. Um, but yeah, so he has the rubber match with Overeem. After that, we got to take it. But before that, he beat Cain. So, and then they were scheduled to rematch. Cain pulled out multiple times, and he had that Travis Brown fight, but he pulled out of the Fabricio fight after that. And it's like, all right, man, Fabricio's fight after fucking losing a Stipe was to Travis Brown as well. So it's like, all right, they both beat the same opponent, both like blew him out the water. But right now, Travis Brown isn't much to fucking write home about. So, I really think Fabricio fucked himself over with that Reebok post. You know what I mean? He got suspended from his commentary job with like UFC on fight. That's really like the equivalent of fucking like Tyron Woodley posting that shit, and then he gets fired off of Fox. All right, I shouldn't even say Tyron Woodley. I would say like a Dominic Cruz, because Dominic Cruz is like kind of a mainstay staple as an analyst, and that's what he was to the Spanish world. So, yeah, so it's like if Dominic Cruz posted some like that same shit that he had a Nike kit and he got fired off of Fox, like that shit is pretty serious. So that's what happened to Fabricio, and yeah, that really sucks. I don't think they should have fired him. It's his right to have an opinion, but that's how the UFC is. But yeah, so he really shot himself in the foot with that, and that's why he's not getting it. And Cain Stipe, back to the fucking meat and potatoes of this shit. That's a good fight, man. I think it does make sense in that lens of looking at it as Stipe tied the records for most defenses at heavyweight. The one to break it, if it's Cain, I mean, that really puts Stipe in the conversation as one of the best heavyweights, because then look at all the guys he beat, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I think that's really why they're doing it, because they say people argue Cain's one of the best heavyweights of all time, and people argue that Fabricio is one of the best heavyweights of all time, and if he beats both of them, shit, that's a pretty good argument that he's the best, you know what I mean? And he'll have the most title defenses ever. That really fucking seals in his legacy fight. And honestly, going back to UFC 195 when he knocked out Andrei Arlovsky in the first round, I don't think I would have really, if you told me this was at that point in time, this is where Stipe would be, I'd be like, shit, for real? Are you serious? You know what I mean? So, I mean, not that I ever doubted the guy, but like he really didn't have, I don't know, he didn't really have that big buzz about him. You know what I mean? He just kind of, even when he got the belt, I don't feel like he had like this giant buzz about him. And then I feel like fucking the fight against Overeem was like his coming out party, because it was in his hometown, and then it was a fun fight, and then with the OH with his raspy voice and shit. Yeah, so I think that really did it for him. And then the fucking JDS fight now. So let's see what happens, man. If Cain gets the belt back from Stipe after all the shit Cain has been through, hot fucking damn, that's a good case for Cain for being the best heavyweight. You know what I mean? And it just sucks that like AKA was like, I don't know, man. I really feel like AKA needs to, I get your wrestlers and all that shit and heavy wrestling, but bro, get out of that grind mindset, man. Like that fucks you up. That grind mindset is what fucked up Dominic Cruz. He admitted it multiple times, and you know it fucked up a lot of people. It injures a lot of people, and I think that's what's fucking up Cody Garbrandt right now, because he that last year he fought a lot of times. Like granted, they didn't go long, but that's still those training camps in a concession on your body. So, and I even think Dom Cruz did that shit to himself again this year. He like didn't really learn from it because he fought 3 times this year. I think he didn't want to, and then I think the plantar fasciitis fucked up both his feet, and he didn't want to pull out because he didn't want to be known as the guy to pull out, and it's the fucking Ronda Rousey payday. And yeah, man, so they need to fix that shit. Cain needs to get, you know, I would like to see either way, whatever happens, man, I'd be happy because there's good matchups all around because yeah, you know, you got a lot of people up in the queue that are exciting because you got fucking, all right, what happens with Fabricio and Overeem, and then you have Ngannou, and I don't know, I don't know about JDS if he's right in that mix right as now because what just happened, and yeah, and then you got Lewis Hunt. So I mean, I feel like if Mark Hunt and Derek Lewis is like a fucking Mark Hunt, Bigfoot Silva. I mean, with the whole Mark Hunt being at odds, I don't know what's going on, but they're still giving him fights. I don't know if they'd be giving him a title shot and shit, but yeah. But if Derek Lewis knocks out Mark Hunt, I feel like he's right up on the queue, but I feel like Francis might get it before him because the UFC is really behind Francis. And it's kind of bubbling. You know what I mean? The pot boiling water starting to shake up in heavyweight. So I'm looking forward to this shit, man. I'm finally pumped. Shit is picking up this year because this year has been fairly fucking whack so far. But, you know, shit is coming through now. And that's just how it works, you know, because last year was fucking stacked. So this year, and last year was stacked, the year before was really good, so like, you know, it's bound to happen with the shit, especially with how they stacked like fucking, or try to stack like 200 and fucking Madison Square Garden and 207 and shit. So we had good cards. But anyway, yeah, that's it, man. You already know it's Mastermind MMA.